Welcome back to another video. Tonight we're doing a little quick test run on the 92 Toyota pickup that I just finished doing a 3/4 swap. We're up on this beautiful mountain scenery road. This road here is all nothing but uphill, so this was a good test run just to make sure that it wasn't gonna overheat or anything like that under stress of going uphill. Beautiful view tonight. Truck's been running fine. Was running around 199 through 200 degrees, which is very normal, not overheating or anything like that. So I have full confidence that this truck is ready to go to its new owner. I done personally about 50-60 miles on this truck already. Still needs to do its break-in, but she runs amazing. She couldn't use a alignment. I noticed that this truck here kind of pulls to the passenger side. I also noticed that the tie rods looks like they're aftermarket and they're somewhat old already, so maybe the customer can put some new tie rods, get a new alignment and such. Other than that, she runs really good. She's on some 235 85 16 on some nice stock steelies. I actually like these wheels. These wheels are actually really nice. The old school steelies. Doesn't have a lot of rust yet, still nice and gray. So really good truck. Very fun swap. Took us about a little bit over a month and a half. A lot of that time was just waiting for parts and just a lot of waiting game. But as far as installation and such, no more than a week. If you have all the parts ready, you can knock this out in 2, 3, 4 days. She does need a full detail. You can see she's not fully white, has a lot of that yellow tan. I think you have to do like a buff and wax or something like that, or I'm not a detail guy, but I think they call it like a I forgot what's it called when they detail it and they restore, or paint correction. I think you have to do a paint correction, but she's really good. A little bit rust on the tailgate, but other than that, no rust on the fender wheels or nothing like that. Really nice solid truck. All manual doors, manual transmission, wing windows. Everything runs good, smells good. As long as you're within 1 feet of the engine right here, you can smell the fresh rubber hoses already. So she smells really good. Went ahead and put on the skid plate already. And she's just a good truck, really nice. Nothing fancy. Just typical 30-year-old truck. This is a perfect topper. It's made for this pickup. So really nice. Has the sliding windows on the rear, on the passenger, and then has the lift windows. This right here can lift up. I don't have the keys for it, but this is really nice. This is the first time I've seen a topper like this that lifts up, and it's made for these truck. You can see here the gap is perfect, nice and flush. A lot of the other toppers that are made for like Ford Ranger and stuff like that, usually you have like a 1 or 2 inch gap because they're not perfect, but these are the perfect size. This topper here in my last truck, the 94 red one, that topper that came with that one, they were both made to fit these Toyota pickups. So you were only able to get these way back then. You can't get them nowadays. I would say this topper is definitely worth up to about $1,000 if you really wanted it. I did went ahead and install a new gauge cluster because you guys remember the speedometer wasn't working, but that was because it was already broken prior to the swap. So I went ahead and John delivered some cluster to me, so I put a new cluster in there. Just the speedo one, everything is the original one. So the new cluster now reads 218,000 miles compared to what it had. So this is a 200,000 miles truck, but the speedo is 218. Won't be explained too much, but this is a pretty simple swap. Nothing crazy. 2000 full runner engine, manual ECU, manual harness. Went with the toy only swap battery tray along with the EVAT mount. This is from toy only swap. Customer's original battery, still good. Went with the AutoZone Duralast radiator, which is really nice. 3.0 fan shroud, 3.0 fan, and 3.4 fan clutch. Original air box. This one sits really snug in here, so I'm not even gonna worry about bolting it down. The original air box, this one's pretty big because it has this whole piece right here, but it's kind of nice because it kind of covers the whole valve cover. But it is big. If it was me, I would have went with the toy only swap cold intake. But we were out of budget. We spent a lot of money already. We spent about over $4,000 just in tune-up parts, so it's pretty expensive. This box here, everyone asks, this is John's idea. John that does all the harness for me. He came in with this idea years ago. And this right here just houses the ECU, and so instead of making your harness long that goes through the firewall where you store your ECU, you can just store it out here now. So this box here is made by this company. It costs about under $80 from your typical sporting warehouse. This one in particular is from Sportsman's Warehouse. So everything's nice and good in there. Super sweet, super nice. All new belt, new timing belt, everything. I didn't write the numbers yet, so I'll have to go write the information on here. We'll just write 218 because that's when we put the new cluster in. But yep, all new timing belt, head gasket rebuild, all new seals, any kind of seals, all new. The only thing we didn't do new was alternator and starter. We went ahead and reused the original ones or the old ones because they're still good. And again, that's just because of our budget factor. Just depends on when you do these 3/4 swap, it really depends on how much you want to go crazy. You can go ahead and replace all new stuff if you wanted to. Alternator, fan clutch, oil pump, starter, all that stuff. The only thing we did new for sure because I wanted to was the fan clutch right here and the oil pump, because I feel like those are really important, because in the future it's really hard to switch those out. If the customer one day wants to switch out the alternator, it's super easy. There's lots of room right here, and as well as the starter, super easy. This is the throttle bracket. Usually you have to take a hammer and just whack it down, but this throttle cable, I think it's aftermarket, but it has a lot of adjustments, so there's plenty of room. We did went ahead and cut the hood brace and zip right there. It still rubs a little bit right here at this corner. You can see that's the shaving. It still rubs right here a little bit from here to right there, but that's just common. It's a very small rub, nothing biggie. Like I said, no body lift, no nothing like that, just that quick hood brace cut off. So super simple, very easy to do, guys. This is a very easy swap. And like I say, if you don't know how to do the harness or the crossover, there's already services out there that can do that for you. But for the most part, everything else is just a labor, plug and play, put this together here, bolt this up, hook this up, and that's pretty much it. And again, if you guys have any questions, make sure you guys search on my YouTube channel, 3.4 swap guide, and make sure you guys watch that video first. But other than that, this customer shouldn't have to do anything for a long time as far as maintenance wise. I did recommend him to go ahead and switch out his change his car oil, change his engine oil. I told him that after 500 miles I want him to change his engine oil, so that's just to help flush anything out. And I probably will recommend him to change out the coolant oil, the coolant fluid, after a year, or let's say by next spring, just to go ahead and flush everything out. So that's what I would do, change it 500 miles for the engine oil, and then after that you can just do your yearly 3,000 or 5,000 interval, and then do your coolant oil, let's say the first year, and then after that you can do it every 2-3 years, depending on how you want to do. We did just went ahead and use regular Prestone green coolant pre-mix already, so super simple, easy to find. So that's going to be a quick walk around on this 3/4 truck. You guys probably won't see any more videos of this truck because, like I said, this is a customer's truck, and he's really excited to pick it up. So he's going to pick it up this week, and he's going to enjoy this truck for a very long time. So hope you guys enjoyed this series of 3.4 swap. We're going to move into some other new things now. I hope you guys enjoy, and we'll see you guys on the next video. More adventures coming soon. You guys have a good night.